So, as you're probably aware by now, we are in one of the most iconic racing cities in the entire world, Monte Carlo. And if you've been joining us up until this point, you know that we've had some pretty spectacular racing. Isn't that right, Matt?
Yep, Julia, I think it's fair to say that in the Nations Cup and in the Manufacturer Series as well, so far, the racing has been pretty much off the scale.
And on Friday, the semi-finals of the Nations Cup went down.
Ups, downs, crashes, passes and penalties. We've almost seen it all.
Here comes Brooks down the inside.
Oh! Many of you have been with us from the start, but if you haven't been, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, will Igor Fraga's exceptional IRL and in-game driving skills be enough to beat the unerring consistency of the German Michael Hizal? Or will we see a surprise, someone like Hungary's Patrick Blaža?
Well, we are about to find out as this is the FIA certified Gran Turismo Championships Nations Cup World Final. Now, we had a very special guest come and join us for a little bit. Yes, I know someone, I don't know, a couple of you might know him, Lewis Hamilton. I don't know that guy. But obviously our race leader at the moment, Igor Fraga, actually got to ask him a question. So let's find out what he had to say.
A warm welcome, please, to the five-time Formula One world champion and the Gran Turismo Sport Maestro, Lewis Hamilton.
I wanted to know, like, if you also had a time that you wanted to quit, like, motorsport, or what makes you, like, keep going?
Yeah, good question. Karting was difficult for us because we were the only black family there. There was definitely a lot of hate, a lot of negativity that came our way, but my dad just always said, do you talking on the track? So naturally, I'm a fighter. But there were times, particularly when I got to cars, my first 3 or 4 races at least, I crashed and damaged the car, and I can't afford to keep making mistakes. I might not have any more chances left. And I woke up in the morning and I went for the longest run that I'd ever done. I felt great. And during that run, it cleared my mind. I won the next race. There are times that you feel that there's just no solution around the issue. The easiest thing is to give up, but there's always light over the hill, you know? So you just got to just never give up whatever you're targeting realistically. I think that you can reach, and so that's how it's kind of been through the different times throughout my career.
Look up to Lewis. He is now the Gran Turismo Maestro as well. He has a direct involvement in the game, which is a game that he's played since he was a kid. And he was just as excited to be here as the guys. Honestly, he really enjoyed himself.
He did. That he was here.
Pardon?
How excited were you that he was here?
I was really excited, yeah. And do you know what? He was a lovely guy as well. You know, everybody has an image, don't they? And you know, everybody kind of has their opinions, but he was such a nice guy. He wanted to stay here and talk to the guys for longer than the time that we had available. It was an absolute pleasure, honestly.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, okay, we are on to our next race in just a few moments. I believe, Matt, you had a chat with Fraga about our next particular track, which is the Autodromo de Interlagos. Let's find out what he had to say.
Ready for Interlagos is our America's champion, Igor Fraga. And Igor, as a Brazilian, your home circuit, and a place actually you've raced in real life too. What's it like?
It's like very similar to, you know, to the real life track. And it's very, very interesting because, you know, you have the trees, you have the building that is kind of same place. So it's very, very interesting. And I have always a lot of fun driving there.
What experience from driving the real circuit can you take into the game and vice versa when you drive the game and you go there?
I think the base, it's kind of same, you know, the lines, but, you know, you have to do tiny adjustment. It's not like exactly the same, but it's very interesting because you keep your mind open, and it kind of helps to the both worlds. Like the real kind of help a little bit on the virtual, and sometimes the virtual helps a little bit on the real world too.
So coming from the real to the virtual, for our guys and girls who are watching at home, what tips can you give them? What's the key areas to this track?
I believe that the Interlagos have a lot of keys. It's a very technical track, but especially on the first S of Senna, you know, the second turn there, you have to have like a very good exit because you have a quite long straightaway going to Curva do Lago, and then you have the second sector, you know, the slow section that you have the flow there. It's, you know, it's always connected, so you have to think further and sometimes prioritize the next corner. And it's a very technical track that I love.
Well, from all the comments that we're getting on the live streams, we know you've got lots of fans out there, Igor, and I'm sure they're going to be supporting you at Interlagos, so good luck.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching too.
victory, and Igor Fraga is just corners away from being named the inaugural World Finals champion. He's put in a fantastic performance today, Igor Fraga. It all started with qualifying, of course, earlier in the weekend. Then we did the semi-finals. Igor Fraga may have had a rough time of it at times today, but he is about to write history. Igor Fraga, one corner to go. The Brazilian out of the chicane is named your first FIA GT champion. Here he comes across the line. He is world champion. What a result. Igor Fraga wins the 2018 World Finals champion. Oh, well, I'm lost for words. Igor Fraga, your winner.
Look what that means there for Igor Fraga. He's up on his seat, hands in the air, and a well-deserved victory, a release of emotion for the Brazilian driver. We thought he might have thrown it away at Monza, but he came back strong like he always does and absolutely decimated the field here at Le Mans.
Result for him at the back of the field.
Okay, and here you are. Here are the final standings of the FIA Certified GT Nations Cup, with Igor Fraga taking the victory with 54 points from Matkowski with 45. Mick Hazal down to third there, so Matkowski, Hazal, Yamanaki.
Yes, I'm here with the winner, the first... Okay, just calm down. How do you feel?
I don't know. It's like, you know, I was just trying to do my best to win this race, and even, you know, winning the race, I needed to have like kind of lucky result with the other guys to be that champion, and I'm just not believing. It's unreal.
I mean, you had us a little bit worried earlier on, but you managed to pull it back. So was it the little chat we had earlier made you feel better?
Yeah, maybe, and maybe trying to speak with other people just distract a bit your mind, and you get calmed down a little bit, and maybe, you know, think better for the next one. Who knows?
I mean, I don't think it was really anything to do with me. I think it was your supreme driving. I mean, what do you want to say to all the other drivers out there who, you know, you've competed against over the past few days?
Yeah, they were really strong, you know, and all the weekend. You saw that I also had like difficult time during the races. So, you know, this showed that how good the other drivers are also. But, you know, the last race, I think I made one of my best race in my life. And, you know, it was such amazing.
Oh, well, huge congratulations. It's been amazing to watch you race. We'll have, obviously, the trophy presentation in a little bit. You go sit down, relax, have a drink of water, and we'll go and have a chat with Matt, who's got some very, very special guests.
The race lead there, and that was the moment he took the victory in the Nations Cup World Final. This was him then coming through the final corner, and here is what it meant to him. I'm sure we'll hopefully pick up Igor Fraga celebrating. There it is. That's what it means. That's how it feels to win a World Final. Can't say I've done it myself, but now I know what it feels like.
Me neither, Chris. I need to say one thing before we do continue, and that is that Mick Hazal was actually classified as second overall in the series there, but a mistake on our graphic. But coming back to that, look at that. Absolutely. I love to see such a positive release of emotion from someone there, and Igor Fraga, I think, deservedly taking that.
And in first place, born in Japan but representing Brazil, and how your FIA certified Gran Turismo Championships Nations Cup World Champion, Igor Fraga. And before he gets his trophy, he also takes a watch on behalf of Tiger. Please welcome the official timing partner of GT Sport, Tiger, represented by Olivier Volery. And to present our trophy, this wonderful trophy for our first ever world champion, please welcome the brains behind this whole event and this game indeed as well. The producer of the Gran Turismo series, Katsunori Yamauchi, and your world champion once again, Igor Fraga. Please now be upstanding for the national anthem of our race winner, Brazil.
look at him. Did you see his face, Matt, as he was standing there listening to his national anthem? You could feel the pride just beaming out of him. He's worked so hard to get that place on the podium.